This is your official invitation to the Gentlemen's Roundtable Live. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, July 21st. We go live at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, with special guest Cappello Fashion Company. Join the GRT crew for conversations. Timeless hats, timeless conversation. Don't miss the Gentlemen's Roundtable Live this Tuesday night.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Gentlemen's Roundtable. We were MIA for a little bit. It took a little bit of break to recharge the batteries. I am Reviews of Moose, and we welcome Cappello Fashion Company today. But first, we're going to do our roundtable. Go ahead, Brims. What do we got wearing today? And go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, so this is Brian Brims at the beach, and I am wearing good old Cappello fashion. I believe this is the Recco Italian, and I probably said that wrong. The Recco Italian denim hat by Cappello Fashion. Sorry for the delay on that.
Chad?
I'm First 508th Airborne, Chad. I'm wearing the Strakowski black denim Shelby.
What's up, y'all? I'm Brandon from Dub's Hat Hub. I'm wearing the Funky Brims Hell's collab, Fight the Stigma, and look forward to hearing from Cappello Fashion today.
Yeah, and so no further ado, we got Martin and Oliver joining us from Cappello Fashion. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys, and give us a little bit of background of who you are and what you do for Cappello.
Hi, guys. Martin, Cappello Fashion. This is my son, Oliver. How's it going? So we both started the company, and first we want to thank you for your reviews. We really appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys love our products. There's not much more to say. You like quality, and we all about quality. So,
what are you wearing?
So this is actually my original hat. That's where the whole thing started. I purchased that originally in Italy, and this is Petacci linen patchwork.
My name is Oliver. I'm from Cappello. I am kind of like customer service. I pack orders. I'm on social media. I kind of do all like behind the scenes. I'm wearing a Rapallo linen cap right here in toupee. This is a new one we brought in. It's a summer style, and I'm appreciative and thankful for everybody tuning in and shopping with us. We really appreciate everything.
Sweet. All right, so let's go ahead and since you guys introduce yourself. All right, explain to us about Cappello, how it started, and we'll just go ahead and give us the background. And I mean, I read it, before I did my first review for you guys. I thought it was pretty impressive. I just like to hear I just let you guys tell all the viewers so they can hear the whole story as well.
Well, the story is really long, so we're gonna try to make this as short as we can. So, same as you guys, we are hat lovers. I mean, we can't really tell how many hats we have. We bought over the years, and our family was actually producing hats when I was a little kid, so I was always around this, and we always and family members wear the same style. So when time came, Oliver grew up a little bit. We decided to go into business together and start producing hats. So coincidentally, we were in Italy, and we found this company, Petacci, and we fell in love with their stuff. With the styles and the quality and everything. So we decided to reach out and see what we can do with them. And funny enough, we reach out for in the 6 months, maybe 3-4 times to them, and it was like they were ghosting us. I sent emails in Italian, English, and nothing. So, after 6 months, I'm like, you know what, let me give him a call. So they were like, oh, we don't speak much English, but you can email us. I said, I email you 6 times, and you don't reply to me. So that's why I decided to call. And they were like, so what's your name? So I told the name, like, oh, Martin from Florida. I said, so you do know me. You get my emails. But they did say that a lot of scammers are contacting them, to start accounts, place orders, and they just ignore it. So, and that's how we started. So we started with them, and then we developed our own brand, which is Olimachi. And those are our designs, the materials that we pick, and pretty much everything else.
Yeah, because I know that like the first of the Petracci hats, and then the Alamachi, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Yeah, and I've said before that there's when you put a cap or a hat on, and you can definitely tell the quality that you guys have is a step above. And and I've told you guys before, I compare you guys to what Strakowski is of Portland. I consider you guys of the Italian makers. Your quality is that good. And that's a compliment, and I don't really throw that around very often. And very impressive. Compliment. Yeah, it's very impressive hats and caps. And you guys turned me on to the pork pies and the trilbies, and now it's those are starting to become my favorite type of hats. But yeah, it's I appreciate all you guys do, and the customer service is amazing. With the bag, the dust bags that come with each one. And the attention to detail just in the customer service side, and but yeah, it's great. And I know we're going to start to get some questions from around us, from around the table here. And but did you guys have any other information you want to add? I mean, between either one of you, Oliver, Martin.
I don't think so.
Well, so as you mentioned, the quality is the most important thing for us. Mm-hmm. Like I said before, there's a lot of companies out there, and we really appreciate you guys, all the people that actually trusted us with purchase. I mean, we still get comments like, "Oh, I wish I didn't see these ads. I love those hats, but it's probably a scam." So I reply like, whatever, sir. This is not a scam. You can actually check the reviews from people on our website. You can go on the YouTube, you can Google us. And very, very recently, actually, the guy commented that, and then he said like, oh yeah, I did went on Google, and I love the style, so I will place the order. So these days it's hard actually to find decent stuff, and actually something that you love and you're actually going to get, because there's many companies that advertise, and actually, somebody made a copy of our store, which I want to mention that too. There's 2 copies of our store, and they offer our hats for $30. So it's all trademark. We are going to the process of removing them, but they did scam us.
Wow.
Oof, that's tough.
Yeah.
Now
The whole website.
Yeah, descriptions, pictures, everything.
Everything. It looks similar, but it can't fully copy our website, thankfully. But it does look pretty similar. So I would just say, if it's not CappelloFashion.com, it's not us.
Yeah, there's no Cappello Fashion shop, nothing like that. It has to be .com.
Yeah,
don't buy the
Temu version of Cappello Fashion, huh? Sorry, Moose. I was going to say, don't buy the Temu version of Cappello Fashion.
Yeah, if you see anything like 70% off, that's not us.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically a scam, like where they don't even they just get their money and that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe it or not, first 508th, he was actually on a commercial for one of those for Boston Scally. Yeah. For a big scam website. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all over TikTok.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a shame that it's even a step. It's that's just adds another headache to the whole process. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brems, you want to go ahead.
Well, a couple of things. I know I submitted some questions, but I wanted to ask a little bit more. So I think one of the things you talked about early on here, just a few minutes ago, was, you started out and you kind of worked with Petracci to kind of work with them to start your own brand, Olamasi. I didn't realize that was the case. So as I sit here and look at the table, I have a whole pile of your hats, and that kind of makes me smile a little bit. But I thought that was pretty cool knowing that. I did not know that was your brand. But you also talked a little bit about quality. I think when we were kind of just chatting before the show started, I'd love to hear you kind of tell everybody a little bit about Oliver. You were talking about how you had to fly over to Italy and kind of talk through some materials. And I know that we're all big on China, not China hats, and U.S. Talk to us a little bit about your process around making sure that you bring quality to all us consumers.
So basically, from the start of when the hat is produced, it gets inspected by the manufacturer as it's being boxed. This is for hats. I'll explain bags after. We've had really good, I would say, connections with our hat manufacturers. They're nothing but honest to us, and if there's something wrong, they'll take a picture, and they've been nothing but good to us. So we don't really have to go over there to inspect it in person, but they do inspect it before they box it, make sure everything is good. Then it gets sent out to us. We receive it in our warehouse in Florida, and that's when it goes through a full, basically 3-person inspection process, because I check out the hats, my dad checks out the hats, and then we also have sometimes a third person who also makes sure everything is, there's no problems with them, no defects, no nothing. And if there's a defect, that's when we will put it to the side, and it will never go out for sale. But we also sell leather bags, we sell belts, wallets. But for the bags, which recently I had, I went to Italy in September. I had to inspect 400 bags because leather can be questionable. It can have defects that to some people it's a defect, to other people it's just natural leather. So I flew over there and inspected the bags, and this is something we want to say also on the show, because we've been saying it a lot on TikTok. People are asking us about, are the bags going to be coming back? And yes, they might. We're flying over there soon to talk to our manufacturers. But back to what I was saying was I had to go to the manufacturers in September, inspect 400 bags, and they don't want to help us a lot with it. So it's hard to get the greatest quality out, and people kind of need to see that it takes a lot to deliver the best quality. It's not easy to just produce something and sell it. There's a lot of steps behind it. But yeah, the bags might be coming back, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully they work with us, because they like to blame it on different things which we don't agree on. So it's either they work with us or we find somebody new.
Yeah, I think that's great. Again, everything that I've ever received to my doorstep has been just ultimately awesome quality. I know there's always a lot of hubbub out in some of the pages about some different hats that are received from different makers, and that is something I've really appreciated. And I know, Moose, you've said time and time again, you've made comparisons to them as the Italian Sturkowski. Not to steal your thunder on that, but I think there's a lot that to be said with that. But another quick question I have and Moose, I have time for one more, right?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. I wore this hat for a purpose tonight. I know there's been some high level hats that have kind of been put out by some other hat makers lately, specifically around denim. And I wanted to just kind of highlight this as an opportunity to show off one of your denim caps that are out there that are absolutely beautiful. I've reviewed this. It's wonderful, great hat. Talk to me a little bit about your process and going out and selecting different materials. I know we chatted behind the scenes a little bit about price point and quality and making sure things are affordable, but are there any different materials that you guys are looking at? Anything exclusive, sort of higher end, or kind of, not to throw out other hat makers, but again, you've probably seen some of the exclusive materials that have been thrown out there, and kind of what would be some things that you'd want to work with or potentially want to do as hat makers?
Well, so starting from choosing the materials. So the process is very simple. They do have stock a lot of materials in the stock room. So they just take me to the stock room basically, and they let me wander around and choose my materials. You know, basically sometimes the hat will look good, like in a flat cap or newsboy, and you kind of have to use your imagination how this is going to look like, and then you play with the materials like the one that you have on your head. Petracci used like fake leather on the visors, and I refused that. I said, look, if we gotta go, I love natural materials, so I don't want to use anything fake. So pretty much, or the cotton or linen or leather, and they're like, oh, why you want to spend extra money, producing real leather when it's gonna pretty much look the same, with the fake leather? I'm like, no,
No, the principle.
we want this to be really exclusive product, and I don't want any shortcuts. So they pretty much know, and like sometimes they use some synthetic materials for the liners. I'm like, nope, it's got to be cotton, it's got to be natural, it's got to be breathable. And by now they already know what to expect from us, and we know what to expect from them. It's a process, but I'll take my time, spend 2 3 days, depends, in their shop, and just go over stuff. We did start with Petracci, and we don't use Petracci for manufacturing. Okay, we use totally different company, just because we had few bumps with them, as far as quality and the requests that we have. And I said to myself, you know what? It's not the really big deal to find somebody to make this. And we did find family that produces this for many many years, and they all over Europe. Their market is more France than US, but they don't mind doing stuff for us. And we do have something to show everyone a little later, the newest additions, new collection for fall. We don't have any pictures for the summer, but we do. And uh, Moose, you're gonna be actually really happy with the new pork pies coming in. uh, we do have actually this color on the pork pie, which I think it's going to look really really good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, I know.
pork pies a lot.
Yeah, first 508 one that turned me on to the pork pies, and then that's what made me get the one from you guys. And I was like, and ever since then, it was like a love relationship, like a mistress that I have that I just can't go away with.
I've told you in the past, Moose. I'm like, those pork pies are perfect garage, like a awning for those years, man. It's like it lines up perfectly.
And they're a fun cap. You don't see a lot of people wearing. They're a little different.
Yeah.
Pork pies
And-
are
And
I like that
so,
you use the real leather.
Okay.
It always has so much more character than the fake stuff does.
100%.
I've never been able to pull them off, but they look good on you guys for sure. Yeah.
No,
They
and,
kind of
and,
just
when
sit
you're
up high on
talking,
my head.
yeah, right. And when you're talking about the leather, that's just another step of quality that you guys pay attention to that puts you on that upper echelon of hat makers, and that's just another example of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's pretty cool too when you can.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's pretty cool when Moose is going out. I know you said a couple times when you're wearing those pork pies out, you have like 19-year-old kids telling you that that's a cool hat. I mean, that's a pretty good ringing endorsement for how your hats are sort of transcending across different generations too. I think that's important call out.
And absolutely, and they also unisex. I mean, the ones like the patchwork ones. I mean, people buy them for parties, like bachelor party or bachelorette, and they buy 10 at a time sometimes. You know, they were redesigned a little bit at the stitching, and I think it was a brilliant idea. So we did request the newsboy with the same fabric, the same stitching, and now we actually bring in flat cap, which is being produced. So that's going to be one of the new still for the summer. We just don't know when it's going to be done. We're still waiting for pork pies. We have brand new colors. The ones that we had basically sold out. We got nothing from linen, with linen pork pies left. But there's decent amount coming, and they promised me like sometimes this week or next week will be finished. So we're looking into like probably 2 weeks for shipping, and they'll be here.
It's music to my ears. Yeah. Hey, Dubs, do you want to go ahead and you got your questions, bud?
Sure. Let's see here. So I read on your website that Cappello hats are handcrafted in small production runs. What does a small production run look like number-wise, and why is that important to your brand?
Okay, so small production runs. When you do your designs, right?
Yeah.
You really don't know if people gonna like it or not. So
Yeah.
basically, when you place your order for the summer, you have to do it in November. That's when you have to order. Then, if you do it later in a year, the fabric it might not be available. You see, like the one that Oliver has. This is a huge hit for this summer, and we only have few pieces left. So I requested another batch, and they said we can only do half what you want. We have no fabric, and because I used up the fabric also for pork pies, so that's why they ran out a decent amount of pork pies. So they don't stock a lot of fabrics. I mean they do have quite a collection there, and it's like I will say 40 feet high ceilings, and they stuck all the way to the top.
Wow.
You have to use a lot to actually to climb up and see everything. So when we talk about small batches, let's say you order a few hundred, and then the fabric runs out, and that's it. It's not coming back this season. It might come back next season. It depends. Look, sometimes people say like, "Oh, your hats look like this other company." They pretty much use the same supplier for fabrics. They might look similar. There's only a certain amount of suppliers that they bring this stuff, so they all shop probably the same at the same places.
Cool.
I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir. You kind of touched on this already through Brims at the Beach, but what are some of your best sellers beyond caps? I know you got the bags and the I think purses and belts and things like that.
Well, so behind hat, I will say the women handbags. The designs that we came across, I mean, they called RI, and we thought it was going to be a great idea, and it was, until we got problems with the quality. So the bags, people are crazy about them. We have very little left. We have one design, which is a larger bag, that at some point we had like 400 women signed up in line because we advertised that they're coming back, and we didn't even have enough for everyone. And to make this more funny, we ship Italian bags to Italy too.
Oh wow!
Well, that's a good problem to have, though. So,
I'm talking about like a single orders that people from women from Italy order.
You have to you import them to the States and then actually ship them back to Italy?
Yes.
Wow.
Because we do worldwide shipping. We don't control who buys them.
Those things have more. They have more Sky Miles than I do.
Yes. Well, the future, we'll see what happens in the future, but we have plans with Italian store, even manufacturing. Oliver, he's still in college and he studied business, and he volunteered to move to Europe
Yeah.
Okay.
at some point.
Volunteered, huh?
How many more years you got left to finish up there in college?
I got at right now it's looking like maybe 2.5, 3 years, depending on my pace. If I pick up the pace, I can make it 2 years.
Cool.
Just
That's
trying to
awesome.
balance everything and
Yeah.
do it at a good
It just
pace.
will be much easier if one of us is there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have another question, Dubs?
Those two. That's it. Yeah.
All right, Chad, you're on deck, bud.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you the question I asked you about sizing before we went live, just because I think a lot of people would be interested. I'm a size 58, which is a pretty common size, and that falls right in the middle of your size medium and size large. What would you recommend I would do sizing wise if I'm interested in purchasing something going up or down?
So I would say you size large. When I measure, first of all, we order those hats. We try them to be the same, the same size. Every single collection. So if you large with us, you'll be large for for all of them.
Sure.
But when I really true size them, I really stretch it out to give you the biggest that you can get on this. So the 58 is you're pretty much good because it will stretch to 60, but it will be comfortable on your head.
Okay.
A lot of our hats, when you actually wear them for a little bit, they will stretch out. So if it is a little bit tight at the beginning, it's nothing to stress about crazy because it does stretch quite a bit.
I usually, if I have a choice, it's always easier to stretch a cap and make it a little bigger than it is to make them smaller.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that
I would say you're pretty good with large with us.
Okay, thanks. Again, you have several on the site that look pretty nice, and I wanted to get the sizing down.
Absolutely.
I mean, also as like a customer, you could always email us, give us a call. We'll always be happy to talk to you and try to give you the best information we can. We'll even remeasure the hat, to make sure that it aligns with your size and try to limit I have to return it now and order a new one. Just try to get it first and the first time ordering, and then you'll know for future reference. I mean,
Sure.
email us, call us, write to us on social media. We'll always answer.
So what country do you guys sell most of your hats to? I'm curious about that.
Well, we only advertise in US,
Oh, okay.
but somehow
People
People come
from
across us.
Europe and stuff, and I would say that out of the US, it'd probably be France.
France.
Yeah, I when I pack the orders, I do see a little bit of France sometimes. It's not often you'll see a hat going back to Europe, but when it does happen, we've had, like I said, France is the most popular, but then they go back to Italy as well. We get some to Germany, Poland.
So let me jump in real quick. When you're sending hats to those particular countries, are there certain hats that those countries each like best? So, like, are you maybe sending a certain type of pork pie hat to Germany and then something different to France? I mean, do the different countries have preferences that you notice?
Not really.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe there were just style preferences in the different countries.
Yeah,
It varies.
it's a good question.
yeah, it's
Great
the
question.
same like US. I mean, there's people that they love, like, let's say, newsboy style, and people love flat caps, and it truly looks good on you, the style that you pick. So the same with Europe. Europe, they order pretty much everything.
Okay.
Another question, Chad?
Yeah. What do you like best about your job? Is it the selling aspect, the designing the hats, people being just happy with what they get from you? What's your favorite part?
Well, if I might go first, it's it's very exciting to actually to do this. Like first of all, go to Italy and experience like yeah, mingle with local people because like when you go to big cities, you eat whatever they serve you there. When you go like to small towns, really, that's what the true experience is. And we deal with many manufacturers, so we pretty much like when we go to Italy, we fly to Milan, we do trade show there, we do runways, for 3 days. Then we start driving down, and we stop by like Florence, which is huge on the leather. We go to Modena, and like the last stop usually is it's Napoli, and that's where we fly home, and that's where we spend most of the time too. There's few manufacturers there,
Mhm.
so I mean I love to travel, and just because of that experience, it's very very rewarding, you know. And also reading people's reviews, and people even go beyond that. They send emails like to us like thanking us for this quality that they actually receive, this experience. They love it, they love it. So to me this is very rewarding.
Nice.
So for me, hopefully my dad can back me up on this, but I've always enjoyed like making people happy. It always made the experience better for me if everybody was happy. So to me, I love like the emails that we get written saying, "Oh, thank you for going the extra mile to doing this," or "I love the quality," stuff like that. So to me, I do it just simply because I love reading the reviews, and I just love making people happy. It makes the experience,
Yeah.
makes the world better. So to me, it that like that's the main part of it. It's just putting a smile on somebody's face, making them feel better about themselves, having a nice hat on their head. So that's what it means to me, and that's why I keep doing it.
Well,
That's
it's great
awesome.
you
That's
guys both
awesome.
really enjoy your job. I've really noticed from all the various hatters that we've interviewed over the last several months that there seems to be a lot of job satisfaction with you guys. I mean, it seems like all of the hatters we've talked to have really enjoyed what they're doing and get a lot of job
Yeah.
satisfaction from it. I think it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And we get to spend a lot of time together.
Hey, that works. I mean, that's well, what they
That's
say,
probably
if you love your job, you never have to work a day in your life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think when you love your job, you put a lot more pride into it too. I mean, and it shows in the people who really enjoy their stuff. They put out, I think, a better product than some of the bigger commercial companies.
look, this is something like when you think about it, it when you sit down and design. I mean, I've never been in design, and this is new to me, but it's not difficult to play with fabrics and see if they're gonna match and work together.
Hmm.
Uh, it's a challenge to start company like this because beginnings are hard. Like you don't know what kind of logo to actually choose, or which company. I mean, it's challenging enough. Like when you run ads, for example. I mean, you don't know how that actually work. I mean, you hire people and you don't know if they're good or not. And we did spend so much money on companies that they wasted our money. Uh, and finally, we did learn how to do it. That's one thing. I mean, they really charge a lot, for each platform. When you run ads on Facebook or Google, it's all separate charge. And if you don't know, you don't know. It's like you go with
Hmm.
your car to the mechanic, and simple oil change, and then he tells you, oh, you got to do the brakes, you got to do this, that, and this is going to cost you so much money. Same thing with business. You'll learn as you go. So
Well, it's finding people you can trust too. I mean, you can find some really good people that'll help you and lend you down the right
absolutely.
path. And that's a big thing. And you know what? You have a huge resource sitting next to you, Martin and Oliver. I mean, just I'm sure all the business courses that you're going to be taking or are taking, and digital and social media courses and all marketing courses and things like that are going to be, you have the ultimate case study in what you, and what an amazing life experience for you, Oliver, in terms of what you're doing with your dad and how you're going to be able to apply that into your business. I'm excited for you, man. I think that's awesome.
Well, look, guys, I think internet is the future. As you know, a lot of retailers are shutting down. People order with one click, and there's no other way around this. I mean, we all probably love to go to the store and put this on our head, instead of just getting online. But what we did with Oliver, we wanted to do something different. Like, we really want to give you full experience. We really want you to see what we see. So we did invest a lot of money in equipment, for photography. So when we take pictures, we take time with this. We want to show you the details that you don't have to wonder. Oh, this looks like this or that. We're trying to show you every side of the hat. Some of the hats we implemented 360. When you can spin the hat, you can exactly see everything on it. So
you guys do a really good job with that too, because I know that's a huge. I don't want to again knock other organizations, but there's so many comments that I see out there in the community about folks that they see a hat online and they fall in love with it. Because I mean, that's what a lot of us do in the absence of being able to actually physically hold a hat with an online e-commerce platform. Like I go on there and I'm like, hey, I love that hat. I want to get it. And then I get it in my house and it doesn't even look like it's the same color. You guys do an awesome job with, photographing your product and marketing your product. And what I see online is what I get in my house. So, kudos to you guys for
thank you.
For taking the time to do that. Sorry.
Those photos are crispy, I do got to say. They look good and sharp.
It took a lot of extra time and lessons to learn all this stuff that about photography. If you just don't know, I used to take pictures of my phone. That was it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Chad? I'm going to take a couple audience questions.
No, go to the audience.
Yeah,
I appreciate you answering.
There was a couple on my end for Martin specifically.
Yeah. So I think the first one we have, we're going to take about 3 or 4, is was Martin born in Italy?
Yeah.
I was born in Poland.
Poland. All right.
Yes. Yep. I came to US as a teenager.
Okay. And one of them, I guess, is more of a business question here. This is from J. Michael Mosley. What's the biggest lessons or takeaways they've learned since they started making caps?
The biggest lessons. It's a good question. There's many challenges that we go through, and the biggest lesson is to listen to people and trust people. Because you do deal with like manufacturers, you do deal with shipping companies, and customs. There's such a lot of different things you have to go through, and you know what? Once you learn all this stuff, like import, so we are licensed to bring control materials. I didn't even know how to start this. We just simply went to trade show, and we got this company. We like the stuff, like the Python belts, for example, right? I'm like, okay, we'll bring them. That doesn't.
Okay, you can't just import them. You have to get your own license to bring in those controlled materials. So it's like crocodile we needed to get it for, and Python. There's a few others on there that we could have brought in, but that was something that shocked us. But
Yeah, 'cause, you think simple import. You buy stuff, you bring here and you sell. It's not.
there's a lot of behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine. All right. And we got another one here.
Yeah.
And this is more of an off the wall type question here. With the World Cup being over just recently, what soccer team did you support?
You go first.
Um. So we started. We watched most of the games, right?
Okay.
But I was cheering for England.
I was cheering for Norway because I get called Holland. Can't tell. I was just like, you know what? We're just gonna go for Norway this year, and we were almost there, but
Yeah, yeah.
it is what it is.
I'll tell you what, he was
Great.
impressive to watch for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a good game. Yeah.
And we have another one here. Well, actually, we got two more here all of a sudden. We got, not sure if this was covered, but does Cappello white label their caps for other brands?
So currently we're not. We do have requests, and we recently had one from competitor. Let's put it this way, to do private label for him. We did reach out to our manufacturers, but they simply couldn't do it. But we do have requests, and from time to time, and if there's something that we can do, we do. But as of right now, we're not. We're not. We open to it, but we're not.
And this was from a late tuning in here. What's the difference between Olamachi and Pachachi brands?
So Petachi, it's Italian brand owned by two brothers. It's a family-owned business. Very nice people, very approachable. Very hard to communicate with them, but we're doing the best we can. Olimachi is our brand. It's mine and Oliver's, and so all the Olimachi. I will say 90% of Olimachi. Those are our designs that we sit down and we design. And recently we added the new logo, the horseshoe logo, which this was such a big project, between designing and putting thoughts into what actually we should do, because the simple metal that like we used to have, or many companies are using, it's not good enough. We wanted to put symbol on it, that we put some thoughts into it, and we came up with the horseshoe, which we more and more implementing into new collections.
You would think it's something easy to come up with, but it was actually a few months in the works. It took us to come up with the logo and just everything about it, and even designing it and sending it to the manufacturers. It took a few months. I would say I think we started maybe December of last year.
Yeah.
So Oliver,
And I know
you sent
I
me
know
a
the
message a little bit ago about the horseshoe. Just kind of segue in on that, Moose. Sorry about that. So, talk a little bit about that horseshoe, what it means to you guys, because you put some time, effort, and energy around that, and I think it's relevant for you to kind of communicate that to everybody, what that means to you guys, and what that represents, that horseshoe logo that you guys have branded yourself with.
show them the horseshoe on the hat too, Brian.
Yeah, let me see if I have it here. I do.
So to start, it's a sign of good luck, but it also, to us, it means craftsmanship and quality, and everything that represents Cappello is on that horseshoe. So that's why it took some time to figure out what we wanted it, but I feel like we maybe, in my opinion at least, we did real good with that, because it looks good on the hat.
Yeah.
It has good meaning. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's really solid. And it looks really awesome on the back of the hat.
Yeah, agree.
Thank you.
It's the extra little oomph for sure. And now it looks like Ant's not going to be able to join us tonight, but he did send me some questions to ask. So I'm going to ask questions
Yeah.
on his behalf. The first one is the process from when you pick the fabric to when it's completed. How long does that take for it to be actual an idea to actual product?
Well, it depends because when we go to Italy, we pretty much have ideas in our heads what we want, but once you get there, uh, when you go to this stock room with fabrics, your head starts spinning and like, okay, this is not what
I imagine.
I
There's
imagine
so many variations you could do.
yeah, you can different ideas. So then you start making your orders, right? And then on the third day of doing this, you have like 5,000 hats, so or 6,000 hats. So it's really hard to tell on a timeline. It depends on the order and what season it is. That's why they always tell us, look, order early, the material is available. uh you know but like I mentioned before, yeah, I just don't know if people are gonna like it. So sometimes we just test the waters. We order a few hundred, and if it sells really good, like Salerno is one of the hats. It's Oliver was totally against. He's like, that's not gonna work. I'm like, okay, let's try it. And the we sold 10 in the first day. So it's hard to tell, the timeline because the shop it's large. There's a lot of people working there. There's a lot of moving parts. Uh, but I wouldn't be able to tell,
Few months. That's
it's few
it's a
months.
few months.
Yes.
Okay. Anything you want to add, Oliver?
Nope, just that from honestly, the longest it took us, I think, was 6 months because it was a big order.
Okay.
But usually it does take around 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, I would say 3.
All right. And the next question Ant had was, I'm going off memory here, is that we have like between all the social medias, I know you guys are on Instagram and TikTok and whatever it might be, but have you guys ever thought about starting a Facebook group? Because that's where majority of our viewers are on, is our Facebook side. And and that was Ant's question about maybe starting a Facebook group to where you could actually have like people, kind of like the other groups that there is. I can't think of any out the like Scally Crew or things like that. But
Fanboy page.
yeah,
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, we did talk about it, and it's in the future. We just right now we're just a little bit overwhelmed with all the social media, the production, and it's just it's hard to manage time. Once you run this page, you have to keep posting, keep running, keep talking to people. But we do have this in mind, and we will start soon.
okay, cool. I know that's for sure one of his questions.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
And we were talking about the linen earlier on. I got the Patoli, and those things are amazing. I know Brian. I know you have one on the table there, but yeah, that cap there is. I got the red and the blue one, and probably my favorite linen summer cap. That thing just looks good. That looks great.
Super light, man.
And
Yeah.
and we were trying to get more if fabric is not available. At least this year, it was in a for the past 2 years, it was in a collection. So hopefully this fabric will come back because they make pork pies, flat caps, and I hope it's going to come back. So I actually brought some hats with us. Like I said to you guys before, we are traveling. We were gonna show you a couple more hats. Yeah, we actually recently we did build a showroom. So for local people, you're welcome to come and actually check it out. We already have some people coming to our showroom. But I did bring few of them, and I want to show you the best seller. I want to show you number one. So
Oh wow.
I don't think any of you ordered this yet,
No, I have
but
this one.
thi- yeah, this one, yeah, Brian, this is pretty good. So like I mentioned before, we're gonna have the flat cap in extra in that fabric. But
Nice.
this hat, it's a wool hat, okay, and we sell this hat year round. So we keep stock, all year round. You want to actually? This is my size. So
There's your reveal. He has hair.
so this is number one seller.
Nice.
That does look good.
Yeah. And this is actually not this one.
This one's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
one of the best ones too. It's really, you I think, Brian, you have a flat cap from this.
I have, yes. Is that the Bartolomeo?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So this is a newsboy, and we did add this leather, on the visor and button, and also here
Or shoot.
the logo with the leather platform, underneath. And this is how it looks like, when you put it on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really summer, style. But I want to show you one more, which is also it's not the greatest seller, but because it was very, very hard to show this, on
camera.
pictures on the camera. But this fabric is just like the color wise, it's phenomenal, really.
Is that kind of an orange or a brick red?
Looks like a brick red.
Yeah, and it goes really good with jeans and stuff.
I like that.
Like a
Yeah.
day and night cup, really.
That's nice.
So, yeah. And we, like I said, we did have a few more.
That's nice.
Yeah. To
This
show
is-
you guys, but
I think this is my
with
favorite
trouble.
hat that we have. This is the Palo linen cap. Every single time I see it on the shelf, I'm just like, man, that's a good looking hat. I never took one for myself, but I just like seeing it. And this is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks sharp.
Nice looking cap.
Yeah.
Real good, man.
It's
I like
truly,
that.
it just it fits every vibe in my opinion. If you want to go out to the beach, you could wear it, or you want to go to a restaurant, it's also a great looking cap.
Looks sharp.
Nice.
Wow. Now, did you want to go into the? Is that all the ones you had to show?
yes, pretty much. Yeah.
All we had room to pack.
Yeah.
Now, did you want to go for the future releases now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you want to start off with the trilbies, the hat, or how do you want to start off?
Just
Whatever you bring up.
Yeah, whatever you bring up.
All right. So we'll just go. We'll just go in order here. Here's the first one we have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Trilby.
So we have pork pie version of it and trilby. Okay, because sometimes your face is good for for pork pie, and sometimes for trilby. It's totally up to your preference. So we did request the pork pies, like I said, they pretty much almost the same fabric as this one, and people love it. So we decided to expand the collection and go with the pork pie and trilby.
And we did have this hat that you see. Just it was in kind of like a multicolor. So we decided because that one's popular, we're gonna try it on the pork pies and see how it does.
Oh, I'd love to get that in a pork pie.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
sharp
that's
hat.
that's very sharp.
I like
Go to the
black.
next one.
Yep. Kind of the same thing, just we wanted to get into like bigger category of people, I guess. Not it's flat caps and newsboys aren't everybody's style.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do the same good quality, just in a different style. And we've had baseball caps in the past, but this one is one that we kind of designed ourselves for the first time. And again, we took inspiration from the Chanti, and hopefully it does good. We're bringing it in. Hopefully people see it, and maybe they'll buy this and a flat cap and see that flat caps are also their style.
It's a very unique looking cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are these caps, do they got an adjustable back? Are they all like size like 59, 60, things like that?
Well, that's one of the things we didn't want to implement is adjustable back, and they said they can do it. So they're gonna go by sizes like everything else.
Oh, it's fitted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
I got a question on, it's a super nice hat. Yes, it is a very super nice hat there. All right, so now we're going to go to the next one here.
Yep. So this hat is also made for the first time. It will be made for the first time. It was inspired by pork pie, which we were not sure about, but a lot of people love their patchwork, and we order decent amount of them, and we ran out so quickly. And people start emailing us when this is coming back, and we were like, this sold out in the beginning of fall, I believe, maybe a little bit in the winter, and because this is wool, and we just ran out, and like, okay, well, you know what? If people love this, let's expand. Let's do Newsboy.
Yeah, this is something I think that one of our viewers, we call him Dr. Reimer. This is something that I think he would definitely cherish here if he's watching. I think I've seen him on here earlier on. Yeah, that's a sharp one as well. And ready to go to the next one?
Yep.
All right. So we go back to this kind of theme.
This is for baseball cap lovers. This is
like
exactly the same fabric, and so we did patchwork on the top and the visor. The back of the hat's going to be all black, nice, soft.
Like that one. Will that have the big horseshoe logo on it too on the side?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much the new collection is going to be all horseshoe, and even if people requested, we can swap it.
That's a good
you
looking
love
cap.
the hat and don't have the new logo on it, we can swap
I'd wear that.
Both ball caps, the colors flow really good with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like for those guys that like the young kid that wore the new era caps, and now you're trying to graduate more mature. Though you still want to wear that ball cap. This definitely fits in that. Okay, I'm no longer a kid, but I want to wear ball cap. But this makes me feel like I'm like middle high class and I'm middle aged or whatever it might be, and I can actually wear this. That's great. That looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
All these
want variety.
All those different style hats just appeal to different people. I think that
Yeah.
again, different generationally, it you can pick and choose and kind of dive into where you want to dive into.
Yeah. There we go. Stairway to Heaven. A 56-year-old old school man, and I love this hat. Exactly.
Yeah, I like that one.
Good to hear.
Thank you.
All right, so we got the last one here. This is sharp too.
And this is what the original one I was talking about. That was the multicolor. This is the one that sold really good.
Nice.
We're gonna bring it back.
So this time we bring it back actually in pork pie and trilby version.
Sharp.
And when do you expect those to be actually on the site?
So I requested this to be done for September, beginning of September. They said maybe. And then, this was ordered like, a few weeks back already. And they were pushing me because I said, look, I'm coming up with new ideas, new designs. They're like, you better order now. So I placed the order. I said, September. Like, maybe.
You got to
So-
send your muscle over to Italy, Martin. That's what it is.
I'm going.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm going actually in September, personally there. So will be a different conversation.
Boy, since Lip and Moose follow you guys so close, I'm gonna have you guys give me a heads up when these get released.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, the trilbies, the pork pies I got, I love them all. And I mean, Chad, I would have probably even thought about even looking at those had it not been for your reviews and you telling me to go get one. And I'm glad you turned me on to them. I'm glad that I love them because especially, I just
You
can't
paid
say
me
enough
back
nice
by
things
turning
about.
me on to Sturkowski, so we're even.
And I can't wear those hats like Moose does, but you got me wanting to pull the trigger on some of those pork pies, I'll tell you.
Just got to do it.
There you
Wear
go.
it. They look good on just about anyone. You can pull it
I
off.
think I must have missed a question here. Okay, on the trilby, I have a question here. It said, I know we passed the trilby, right? Is that a snap brim or on the trilby that can be worn up or down?
I mean, it keeps their shape. So if you go
It
up,
doesn't snap up or down.
this is just snap down.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I missed that question. Let's see, we got another one here real quick. Oh man, we got a bunch of questions coming in.
Nice.
Let's see here.
I just want to mention that I don't know if I mentioned before, but we do have exciting collection of still pork pies, linen pork pies coming in, and we've been waiting, and it should be soon. And we have new colors. So if you love the colors before, we did add some. We're gonna have the old colors and new ones coming in.
Is that going to be the patchwork kind of variety, or?
No, this is going to be plain colors. So we did add the red. I think you bought the Rosso one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have pork pie in Rosso. That's one of the colors, which it's a beautiful color. It's not red. It's not. It's really hard to explain that color.
Is this that color you're talking about?
No.
Like that Chianti colorish?
Yeah,
I like that purple. I like that purple cotton one you guys have for sale. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the Rosso will be, that color, the pork pie will be in Rosso color. And one of the new ones is also very baby blue, which is going to look really nice, very summer. That's one of them. And like I mentioned, this color, super popular. We call it toupe. We didn't know how to name it. It's not brown, but yeah, taupe, right?
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So we'll have pork pie as well in this color.
Yeah, here you go, Chad. Chad can pull off any cap. That's right.
I was just replying to that. Yes, he can.
Anything that'll cover my head.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm looking forward to all the new ones. Look at here. Oh, I'll wait for him to get his camera all set up. Look like Ann is going to join us here in a moment.
Nice.
Yeah, but if for those that are watching, if you haven't tried a Cappello fashion cap or hat, I highly recommend giving them a shot, because once you try it on, especially, I mean, the driver cap, the wool driver cap that I got, I think that might have been the first one I had gotten from you. That cap is amazing for the colder months, but the linen caps are just and they're so comfortable, and you can tell the quality's there. So I mean, I would definitely recommend giving them a shot. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring Ann in here real quick.
Well, they all look good in yours and Lips videos.
Yeah, let's go look at Ann's wearing.
How you doing?
What's up, man? Dude, where you been?
Just got out of the tattoo chair for 4 hours, man. It took a lot longer than I thought. I'm in pain right now. Oh my god!
Oh man.
That white ink always takes longer to heal too.
Yeah.
That lid that Ann has on was my gateway drug into the Cappello world. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that one, Ann?
That bad boy right there. It's that Petracci Newsboy.
Silk Newsboy.
Wool and silk and
I
wool.
like those colors.
Yeah, man. I saw this on Facebook with an ad coming across. Some guy was going like that with the hat, and I had to have it. And I think that's kind of what sparked all this, because then Brian sort of jumped in for that. Nice to meet you guys, Martin and Oliver.
Nice to meet you
guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, we're getting towards the end here, Ant. But thanks for joining. And
Moose, read your questions so you can go back and see what the answers were.
Yeah, yeah. Just to rehash that, they are gonna do a Facebook group type thing. It's just gonna be a few. They're pretty busy. They're backed up right now, and which is a good issue to have. But and then the production time and all that. Did you have any other questions that you didn't have that you might have now, Ant? That I don't know. I asked two of them.
Oh yeah, two of them. Yeah, I mean, like, I just gotta say, like, I could buy every one of those caps when I'm going looking through. This is the only one I have. It's the only one I have, but I could absolutely own all of them. I really would have to say. I mean, I know Brian's done a couple of reviews on other ones, and they're just it's such quality. What was the second question you asked, Moose? So maybe I'll have a third one here.
Well, the Facebook one and then the production one.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So my other question would be, how did the all Italian thing start? Why all Italian imports and not from another country? And how you ever think about branching off to that, or how did the all Italian thing start?
You know what? When you really think about fashion, right? So the first country come across your mind it's Italy. All the runway shows. I'm not. I don't want to say New York City, same thing, right? But we do travel a lot, and this whole thing started from we were in Monaco, and we got a little bored there. It's like, let's go to Italy, for pizza. It's so close. And that day it was raining, so we canceled the trip, in the morning, and then. In a couple hours later, the sun came back, so we couldn't find direct trip on the train, so we had to connect. So we had an hour. So we started wandering around, and then we came across those cops. And my mission was we were going all the way from Paris to Monaco, and my mission was get a couple good quality, few new cops. And I couldn't find them. They had some crap, on the hangers, in Paris. And I'm like, I wasn't, really satisfied with this. And then, we got to this place and I didn't know what to buy. It was so many good ones. And, this was all Patacci. And I'm like, okay, we brought it home and it was just, it was meant to be, that's all it was. But did France have more berets than they actually have scally caps in France? Yeah, you know what, they have all variety, but it's really tough to come across them. I mean, they have specialty stores, which is you really have to find them. But when you go like department stores, there's few on the shelves. You would think it will be more because it's true that it's their style, but I didn't even see any berets, to be honest. There was a few new toys, a few flat caps, but not the berets.
Interesting.
But going back to the question, we think Italy has quality. There's a lot of good designers, a lot of manufacturers there that they do good job, and people love it. So that's why we decided and pursue with Italy. That's why it's all down there. There's no, we're not cutting corners. It's everything manufactured. We have challenges with manufacturers, with shipping, with customs, like every other company, but it's all worth it at the end of the day. You guys love it. The people that buys them love it. I mean, you can read the reviews. It's between 4 and 5 stars. If somebody leaves, we have few reviews that people say 2 stars. It wasn't good size. Okay, it wasn't the good size.
You could have emailed.
Yeah. The comment there. Well, the thing is, Oliver, is that people lack common sense nowadays. Oh, yeah. So the whole could have emailed thing is just that's out the window. Yeah. Yeah. So I always get a kick of that. Yeah. But there's what in the hell? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was real refreshing because when you're scrolling on social media, you got a lot of fake hat companies that are passing off high-end caps, there's your Temu caps, So with this, I didn't really know what I was going to get, and it was just such a pleasant surprise that it was a legit company.
Yeah.
It was like a real company, So that's definitely a pleasant surprise for sure. But I sense an accent there. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Poland.
Oh, Poland. Okay.
Yeah, Oliver was born in New York.
Okay. Oh, okay. New York. All right, my stomping grounds. All right.
He's right from your stomping grounds. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What part of New York?
I lived for 20 years in New York.
I'm from Queens,
Oh, okay. What part of Queens?
Flushing.
Oh, okay. I grew up in Middle Village, so
Right next door.
10-15 minute, right next door. Right next door. That's gonna be this song next. I'm getting that Flushing, Globe and everything. That whole Flushing Queens scene. That'll be the next show that I missed that I'm late for.
What's the new tattoo? What did you do today?
He was just finishing up. I had the family crest here and up into like a knight's armor. So he was finishing up highlights on that, and then he put a buckle right here.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's like the buckle. Yeah, the buckle's is what's
That's
attaching the armor to the arm.
Nice
Right.
cozy spot there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean that hurt like a bitch. Let me
Yeah.
tell
Yeah,
you.
the inside of
that's
the bicep there is no fun.
Bro, I was hurting, man.
It feels like somebody putting a cigarette out on your arm, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude. Stinging like a bitch still.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
through the
Well, that's the
inside.
thing I'll
there,
tell
so
you.
it hurt.
I'll never go
But
in
back in
inside
the-
there again. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, back in the 90s, people used to have the barbed wire and everything on their arms.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'd be like, hold your arm up, and they'd have it stop like right here. But yeah, wuss.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did here.
Right
Stop.
in the pinch spot. The old
Yeah,
pinch
when I
spot.
had that done, it felt like somebody was putting a cigarette out on my arm.
Yeah. But
Martin, we actually got to
Moose, when you said production, what do you mean production? What was that you asked?
like the time of when the fabric.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is my
Until it's
other
actually
question-
made. Go ahead.
I
The
got
one
you.
you
My other
shot to the
question was
group,
going to be, was there any idea? Do you guys ever have an idea of actually doing? Because you import different brands, right? So, you guys going to ever have an idea of doing a Cappello brand, like designing your own cap and just calling it Cappello brand cap?
I'll let him answer that again. Yeah.
So this Olimachi is our brand. We started with Petracci, and then we start.
Petracci is your brand, okay?
No.
No.
Petracci is a brand from Italy that we started with. It's a family-owned business, but then we start making our own in Italy by using the hat makers over there, and so we develop Olimachi. So Olimachi is our brand. So we designed those hats.
You designed them, okay? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because that's, I know, was a huge question.
Like 80-90% of the hats that you see Olimachi on the website, it was designed by us. There's a certain percentage when we go to their shop and we like the design, so we order their ideas,
Gotcha.
But everything else it's pretty much me and Oliver. We're sitting and thinking what we can come up next. So we did a few new ideas before that what's coming in, and there's more that we don't have pictures, but there's few exciting few cuts coming in soon, hopefully within the next few weeks.
Nice. And being Polish, was Sterkowski a big influence for you?
I did not know Sterkowski. Honestly, I did find out about them when we started advertising hats online. But like I mentioned before, we did visit their shop last December or beginning of January. We were visiting family in Warsaw, and we did go to their shop.
Cool.
So they do have quality hats. I highly recommend those. They are our competitors. I mean they've been doing this for over 100 years. But they do have quality hats, and it's a good company. Very solid.
Yeah, 100 years now.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Ant?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, I know I got to watch this episode back. I got to watch it back.
Good episode, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Actually, I got one more, Moose, if we got a couple minutes.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
Brian's the kid in class when you're trying to go home.
Ah,
And if he
come
says
on,
any more
man.
questions, you were that kid,
You know
right?
what? And this one's a little selfish, but I think we all kind of look at, review, admire hats here. We spent some time taking a look at your hats. I know you've seen some of mine and some of my colleagues' reviews and kind of unboxings of your hat. When you guys are watching those, because I know you do, because you comment on them a lot. Like, what's some comments that you have for us? Like, hey, oh my God, I wish they would have seen this, or what are we missing? Like, when we're reviewing and looking at hats, like, you guys probably sit there and are like, man, they just missed this whole point, or like, can you give some feedback on that?
Honestly, you guys the experts, and this is those are true reviews from people, from customers. So you do see everything, and whatever you see, you communicate to people that they still have doubts, about the brand or quality, and you do mention every single point of it.
Yeah, we want the reviews to be real. We don't want anything like our influence on it. So that's why we like watching them how they are, because you guys tell the truth, and that's what we want about our reviews and stuff. We don't want anything where
Cool.
Yeah.
they work with this brand, that means it's probably all favorited. We don't want none of that. We want the truth out there, how it is, so people understand that what we say a lot of the times, I hope it's nothing BS.
Yeah,
I think that
Truth to be said.
I think that's what makes watching all the different review videos on YouTube enjoyable. Is everybody has their own style. We each approach it a little different. We all of us, because we're different people, we like and touch on different things in the caps that others of us might have missed. And I'll watch 4 or 5 reviews on the same cap and enjoy every one of them, just because everybody does it a little different, and I bet you it's probably the same way for you guys when you're watching people reviewing your caps. Everybody's touching on a little different thing and giving a different perspective on it. That's got to be neat for you guys.
But
We really appreciate you guys that you actually reviewing our stuff, and you enjoying it. And those are true reviews. We're not trying to push any product. We're just trying to show our clients that what it is, what truly is. Like I mentioned, the pictures. We're trying to show every angle. Some of them they got 360s. So it won't be no surprise when you get it. What you see, that's what you get.
I appreciate it. I know Cisco had threw a comment out there about, which one's your favorite hat reviewer? But I figured I'd twist that a little bit and say, what can we do to make our stuff a little better? Are we missing something? I really appreciate your feedback on that. That means a lot.
Yeah. And there's actually a comment here. The whole cap industry has to see an increase in sales from GRT shows and individual reviews from you guys. I found many new companies from the reviews. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, that's kind of like what reason why we started doing this.
That's why we do what we do. That's what I would say.
Yeah. I mean, to companies that we enjoy. I mean, I think we've had everything but the major one on the show now, and So I mean, it's yeah, and we're all supporting.
Keep finding hats all the time, and I think you made a great point. Like when you took a leap of faith with Cappello, right? Like you went out there and you ordered that hat. And you didn't know if it was going to be a Temu hat, right? So not everybody has the ability to go out and order 10 hats a week, or even 10 hats a month, or 10 hats a year. So the cool part about all us doing these reviews and kind of giving our take on these is to advocate for you guys, and that's why we like having these conversations. At the end of the day, we can help guide the decision to get you to the right hat instead of going out and accidentally buying that Temu hat and hating it.
Let us be the irresponsible ones and just buy like crazy. We'll figure it out for you guys.
Well, again, it's kind of fun to see the hats on different people too, because we all wear them differently.
We all wear them differently. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look, I can't.
It's neat to see it on different people.
I can't keep up with reviews with Moose, man. He's banging them out. So
I've been trying lately. I'm on a little roll.
There you go.
Nice.
And that goes like I said, what our whole goal this with GRT or the reviews that we've done has always been to shine light on small companies, and
Yes.
and to get them there to show people that there's other options than how I started by seeing ads on Facebook from the big company, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it's rewarding for people we are doing the companies we're doing reviews for, and I have a feeling it is. Otherwise, they would probably their viewership wouldn't be making comments like that. And then, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to do it,
Yeah.
and it's been fun. We've almost been doing this for what 9-10 months now,
It's
and
been almost a
Yeah,
year
year
coming
this
up on a
September,
year.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun, and just to think 10 months ago, who would have thought we had these people on here?
Yeah.
It's great. It's great, and it
And
just shows how.
meeting new guys like these gentlemen that I didn't
Exactly.
even know who
Yeah.
was going to be on the screen when I came on. You meet new people, and like Headstone that time, I didn't know who the face behind the brand was. So that's awesome to say. Thank you guys for coming on.
Well, I've just learned so much about how caps are made and about the whole process too. It's really
Same
fun.
here.
Yeah, the little individual makers show us a lot of that down to the sewing and
Mhm.
everything, which is awesome. We'll have
Behind
somebody
the
else coming on like
scenes.
that soon
Yeah.
too.
Behind
Yeah.
the scenes and all that kind of stuff. The viewers really like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, I'm going to ask two more questions from the audience. I believe this one is already answered. Ricardo, do they wholesale to other retailers?
So, like I mentioned before, we did have some requests from different companies to produce for them. We were not able to do it yet. We do have inquiries from like boutiques also. So we do have recently. Actually, I'm going to visit the showroom in the city in Manhattan. We had a request, and so this coming weekend, I'm actually going and meeting with the people in Manhattan. So they are coming in right now. We're strictly selling online. We do have showroom for local people if they're interested to come in. They're more than welcome. Um, but we don't want to do mass production. So all those drops are going to be small because we do care about the quality of it. I don't care making 5,000 hats for somebody. If I do it for myself and I keep the quality what it is, we'll be happy to. We don't need to be another Gucci or something.
Mm.
Because then when you grow like this, then you definitely lose quality. We are hands on, like I mentioned before. We'll travel. We watch manufacturing. We design. We check quality, and it's only two of us. So.
And then here's another question. This is kind of like a personal question for you guys. Martin and Oliver, what are your favorite style of caps?
I like flat caps. Those have always been my style.
I like both. I first of all, it's not even between flat caps or newsboys. I mean, I do have also pork pies that I love, the trilby. It depends where you're going
Yeah, the
and
occasion.
depending on the occasion. You go on vacation, you bring different hat with you, or you go to the dinner. So I mean, I love them all. That's why we manufacture different ones for everyone. So adding those new baseball caps, I think will cover a lot of market.
And one more question that just popped up. This is from one of our regulars here. I mean, obviously we got Cisco here waiting as well. How many is in a small drop?
So small drop, I will say, to us, small drop is about 150. So that's a small drop.
Different styles.
Well, no, I'm talking about like one style. Let's say one color. Small would be like 100, 150, and because like I said, we want to see what people like. If they don't like this, what's the point?
We want to have the stock, but we also don't want to bring too much that we have it on the shelves forever.
Yeah.
So That's like a
Yeah, it makes sense.
good number.
All right.
And that 150 is across all your sizes, right? So that's all of them.
Yes.
You might have 60 of one, 60 of another, 30 of another, or something like that. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, look, by now we already know which sizes sell the most. So you're not going to sell 50 small cups, in a short period of time.
No.
And you don't want to extend this, you got to turn your inventory because people lose interest. People want new stuff, fresh stuff. So if you overorder, it's not good for you too. So, and you can always try to see if the fabric is available. So you do more like we do right now.
And what is the largest size cap you have as far as centimeter wise?
So the largest one was size 62.
Dubs, what are you, bud? There we go.
62.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're going to be 61 here shortly.
He makes
Yeah.
the cut.
Possibly.
Yeah, right.
I
Going
can
down.
I can tell a difference here lately, for real. It's kind of got me worried a little bit because I
Yeah.
got quite a few caps now. So
Yeah,
So
but
for those, go ahead, I'm sorry.
there are requests from people even for larger ones. I mean, they sell their size. I'm like, okay, but they will not sell. That's why we do expand it to extra large, but
There's very few
there's
options
few.
of that
Yeah,
because we don't get a lot of people asking for
there's not a lot of.
Yeah.
an extra large.
Yeah, majority of the people are between medium and large, I would say.
Well, and
Yeah.
in Dub's situation, he'll probably won't be 62 much longer anyway. He's on a huge weight loss journey and looking good, buddy, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was
Appreciate it, man.
62.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks
Any-
because it's harder to shrink a cap than it is to stretch it. And from my
I know
experience,
that's what me and Chad were just talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chad mentioned
For real.
that. Yeah.
Any other questions we have from you guys to Cappello?
no,
Chad?
I'm gonna watch this episode back and enjoy it. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah,
No question, Chad?
coming on.
Guys,
Come back and hang out with us again for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
absolutely, we'd be more than happy to introduce new collections, with you guys,
We'll show our showroom next time.
and we shall show
Cool.
you.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
people love
Yes, we
seeing
got to
that
do that.
sort of
I love
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a trip to the show, and that'd be awesome.
Hopefully you guys got that email of my order that I put in the middle of the show.
I'm looking forward to those pork pie releases.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for those. Any other questions there, Brims?
No, I'm good, brother. I just love what you guys are doing. I love how you're staying true to what you do. Keep doing it.
Thanks for coming on, Lip.
Dubs, anything?
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
No. Yeah, no, I'm
Appreciate
good.
being on.
Just come back and hang out with us. Yep.
Again, thank you. Any final words there, Martin or Oliver?
Look, thank you for having us. We stand 100% behind our products, and you're welcome to order. Send us email. We send coupons and stuff.
Yep. Don't be afraid to email because you're talking to me. I'll respond back. Don't worry.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well,
Also,
thank you too for go ahead there.
One last thing. I'm going to repeat it again. Don't fall for the fake websites. We're going to get rid of them soon.
Yes.
But only CappelloFashion.com. That's us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll make a post, official post on Facebook with those links, that the fake links. And this was actually brought up by one of our clients, and he sent us like, look, what's this website? With CappelloFashion.shop or something. Selling cups for $30.
He asked if it was
Yeah.
us. We're like, no, that's not us.
Yeah, Boston
This,
Scally did it. They Boston Scally used Chad as the model on their
Yeah.
website.
Well, this happened to me. This happened to me recently through Crow and Jester site. There was a fake site that I went to first before I
Really?
actually went to the. Yeah, I had to look at the link at the top real good to
Mhm.
figure it out, and I emailed them about it. So it's quite
Wow.
common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very common. I mean, even our TikTok shop was hijacked once.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So,
Man.
I mean, it happens all the time. So,
Yeah.
I just want to say, please just go directly to our website. Don't fall for any of the fake stuff.
All right. Well, you know what, Martin and Oliver, thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you guys back on. It's been a pleasure. I'm just glad to finally have you guys get. I know you guys are extremely busy with traveling and all the really good stuff.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
And
thank you for having us.
Take care, fellas.
Take care now, and
Thanks
thank you
coming
everybody for
on,
watching as well.
Brian.
Wait, before we go, next week, Pinheads Pins. Pinheads
Okay.
Pins next week. We're going to be doing a drop and a giveaway.
All right,
Nice.
perfect.
Nice.
All right.
All
right,
right,
guys.
gentlemen, have a good night, and thanks again for watching.
Buddy.
Take care.
Good night, everyone.
See ya.
From somewhere beyond the brim, beyond the smoke, and just past 7:30 p.m. Central, a gathering of gentlemen discussing Cap's culture and whatever else drifts into the night. The Gentleman's Roundtable. Every Tuesday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Where the conversation goes beyond the caps.